Okay then. I'll come back and I'll get right back to you. You're welcome. Okay. And we are good.
Okay. The meeting of the Kailua Village Design Commission will come to order. The time is 1:08 p.m. Welcome, everyone. My name is Elena Kilkuski, and I'm the chairperson of the Kailua Village Design Commission. I will now introduce the commissioners that we have in the meeting today. We have Vice Chair Palani Greenwell, Coleman Kaopua, Ken Hoyle, and Sing Young. Commissioners, is there anyone in your space that you need to tell us about?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right. The commissioner's role is to provide an architectural and design review of proposed projects, including landscaping and signage within the Kailua Village Special District. The commission is an advisory body. For sign permits, the commission's recommendations are forwarded to the Public Works Director for action. And for architectural design review, the commission's recommendations are forwarded to the Planning Director for action. The procedures for this meeting are: 1, Robert's Rules of Order will be used to conduct the meeting. 2, each commissioner wishing to speak should be recognized by the chairperson before speaking. 3, applicants and members of the public should be recognized by the chairperson when testifying or asking questions. 4, each application will be heard in the order listed on the agenda. 5, staff will introduce each project. 6, applicants will be asked to make a presentation or statement, which will be followed by questions from the commissioners. 7, public testimony will then be taken. And 8, the commissioner, after discussion, will vote to make a recommendation. The commission, after discussion, will vote to make a recommendation for approval, denial, or deferral. The minutes of the previous meeting have been distributed. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Doesn't look like it. Okay.
Nope.
Hearing no corrections, the minutes are approved. Are there any statements from the public?
Hi, Chair, it's Rosalind Newland. There was no statements received from the public.
Okay. For the record, there are no statements from the public. Okay. So, new business. The first item on the agenda is PL-KVD-2025-000057. The applicant, Rainey Castro, representative for John Allen Sign Company, is requesting a design review for 2 new wall signs. The signs will feature the name of the restaurant, Burger King, in red lettering. One sign will have lettering measuring 5.86 inches and 4 inches in height, while the other will have lettering measuring 9 inches and 6.1 inches in height. Both of the wall signs' lettering are enclosed within a logo resembling a hamburger bun in orange with total heights of 22 and 34 inches. The 2 wall signs measure 7.3 square feet and 3.13 square feet in area. One sign will face Palani Road and the other will face Copico Street. Applicant is Rainey Castro of John Allen Sign Company. Landowner is Kailua Kona 1031 LLC. TMK is 3-7-5-004 :039, and location is 75-5597 Palani Road, Kailua Kona, Hawaii 96740. Will staff please give us an introduction of the application?
Thank you, Chair. Let me put the PowerPoint on the screen here. I don't remember how to do this. It seems like it's been a while. Let's see. You see that? Okay, great. So the agenda number 1 is for the Burger King signs. There's 2 new wall signs being proposed. Whoops. What's happening? My system is not working too hot. Okay. Sure, it's happening. This is in the general commercial zone, CG-20. Urban state land use, and it's 0.689 acres. Restaurants are permitted use. There's a location off of Palani Road at the corner of Palani and Copico. In the purple circle. There's an aerial view of it next to the old Kilo Hattie's, which is now a gym, I think. There's the sign specs showing the location of the sign. With my pointer. One sign will be facing Palani over here, kind of more where the drive-through is, and the other one faces Copico as you're coming in off Copico Street. There's the building with a sign on the wall at the height. I don't show the height here. I didn't put that in the report. It shows it, but it's kind of blurry. But it's near the top of the building. Okay. There is the Burger King sign looking like a burger. There's the total height. I'm not sure how the building division will determine the height of the logo because in the Kailua Village Special District under section 358, the letter height and logo height shall be 12 inches. Or is it 9 inches? 9 inches, sorry, 9 inches. So if they put that all together, it's at 22 inches. And so we'll see how the sign the building code I'm sorry, how the building division reviews this, because it may end up needing a variance. I'm not sure, because they could be replacing an existing sign. They didn't say that in their report, but Burger King has signs now. I'm not sure what they look like exactly. Maybe the applicant can answer to that. I should have gone by and taken a picture. So there's the sign. See the Burger King, the king is 9 inches and burger is 6.1 inches in height. So that would be okay if they're in 2 layers. It's just overall the total height of the logos, if you consider that to be a logo, would be 24 inches. And so both signs would be the same. Okay, and they're illuminating. It shows here in the details that there is there's electrical power supply, and over here it says GE 24-volt Tetra 5000K mini max LEDs behind the signs, all in there's a series of them dotted on the wall behind the sign. So that's what I have. Any questions? Other commissioners?
Let's see. Does the applicant have anything they'd like to present?
Hi. Hi, I'm Rainey. Yeah, we're just proposing 2 signs for Burger King, and each of them have lettering that's smaller than 9 inches tall. So we were hoping that that would be approved. But I don't know what you guys were thinking, since the overall logo would be 22 inches tall for sign type A and 34 inches tall for sign type B, but both having lettering smaller than 9 inches. So just proposing those, and there is an existing Burger King sign that is facing Palani Road. Yes, facing Palani Road now. And it looks to be, I personally don't have the information on the existing sign, but it looks to be similar in size.
Yeah, so Rainey, we'll see what happens when you submit to building division on that permit.
Okay.
Because we just planning reviews on zoning and land use. They don't we don't review whether it meets the sign code or not.
Okay.
But
Okay,
Hey, Rainey, question. Do you
Yeah.
know, did you guys do any research and see if there's any existing sign variants for the old sign?
You know what? I didn't do any research on on a variance for the existing sign. No, no. So I'm not sure if there is a variance for the existing sign. The square footage is still in the allowable size. So sign type A is 3.13 square feet. And let's see, and sign type B is 7.3 square feet. So it's still in the allowable size, but I'm not sure what you guys would think about for the logo sizing KDBC.
Yeah, seems like the logo size is always an issue.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
very, very small, you know.
Yeah, because they are pretty small in relation to the building. So
Yeah.
even the one that's facing, I think it's Copico Street, that one's 3 square feet pretty much. So it's pretty small
Yeah.
when driving by. And it's just on the corner of that rooftop. I'm not sure. It does show it on one of the pages there.
I'll have to look back tomorrow to see how they worked on another sign that individually the elements met the code, but together it was the logo was taller than allowed. But individually the letters and things like that were okay, but they had a marine animal in the logo that
Mm.
was larger than 9 inches.
But again, this
Anyway.
issue is something that has to be
Building.
answered by building,
Right,
not planning
exactly.
department.
Yeah.
are we ready to make a motion then?
Yes.
Okay, I can do the roll call vote. Once a motion has been made. Sorry.
Yeah, would anyone like to make a motion on this application? I'm not sure if I can as chair.
I would say, I would move to approve the sign, yeah, I mean, we've done this a bunch, right, for issues like this where maybe it doesn't quite meet the code, and so I just don't want you guys to have to come back. To me, I mean, it's replacing something that's the same size-wise, I think, is what's there. It doesn't look out of place to me. It just looks like a different logo than they have. So I have no issue with it. I just don't want I would make a motion that it'd be something that we would approve, like with if building division deemed a variance necessary, or if they didn't, either way. So that building wouldn't say, well, they'll need a variance, then that variance has to come back through us again. So anyway, it's a lot of words. Maybe, yeah, I mean, I move to approve the sign as submitted, or the
So if we
application as
say-
submitted with or without a variance.
So if we say, moved by Commissioner Greenwell to approve as submitted with a variance if needed.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Does anyone want to second that?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and second that. I think it's reasonable and it's consistent with what's already there. So
Is there any other discussion on this motion? Okay, so should we move to voting then?
Okay, thank you, Chair. Commissioner Greenwell, motion maker.
I
Commissioner Hoyle, second of the motion.
aye.
Commissioner Kailua.
Yep.
Commissioner Casso. Oh, he's gone. Right? Harvey?
Yeah, I believe he's gone.
Okay, all right. Sorry. Commissioner Young?
Yeah.
And so we do need Commissioner Kokoski. to make a
Aye.
vote. Aye. So it's unanimous with the commissioners present. The motion is carried. And the motion that I have here is approved to sign as submitted with a variance if needed. With a sign variance if needed. Okay, does that sound right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, agenda item number 2, PL-KVD 2025 00059. The applicant, Rainey Castro, representing John Allen Sign Company, is requesting design review approval for one new wall sign. The sign will feature the name of the restaurant Barrio Burrito. The wall sign will include lettering measuring 5.86 inches and 4 inches in height, as well as additional lettering measuring 11.72 inches and 7.28 inches in height. The logo will include the word Barrio at a height of 13.73 inches and Burrito Bar at 7.28 inches tall. The total sign area will measure 13.73 square feet. The sign will be illuminated using an LED light source. The color scheme will consist of aqua for Barrio and red and white for Burrito Bar. Applicant is Rainey Castro of John Allen Sign Company. Landowner is Ula Kapamoy LLC, TMK 74151. And location is 74-5588 Palani Road, Kailua, Kona, Hawaii, 96740. Will the staff please give us an introduction of the application?
Thank you, Chair. It's Rosalind Noon again. Do you see the screen? Yeah, okay. So this is agenda item number 2, Barrio Burrito.
I don't see the screen. Does anyone
You don't
else?
see the screen? Okay, just a minute. You see it now?
Yep.
Okay, great. So we got item number 2, Barrio Burrito. Wall sign. Come on. So my thing is delayed. This is also in the Village Commercial CD10 district, urban estate land use, and the parcel size for that whole corner of Queen Kaumano and Palani is 7.687 acres. That's the Conoco Shopping Center. This is the proposal from Rainey Castro. They're proposing to install a wall sign for Barrio Burrito at the Conoco Shopping Center. She said the maximum is 9 inches tall, but actually, I think with the variance there, the sign variance, they're allowed to have 12-inch tall letters. And they would like to have 13.373 square foot sign. And due to the lot, they're proposing to have 11.72 and 7.28 inch tall lettering. So I think they're fine. I don't know. She says it's 13.73 inches tall, so I'll have to look at the specs. But I thought that they were meeting the sign variance. If the logo was decreased to meet 9 inches tall letter guideline, the lettering would be very hard to read in the road in the parking lot. So we'll take a look at the specs because I thought that they were within the sign variance. There's a sign variance for Conoco Shopping Center. It's different for the 2 end stores that have larger signs, sign lettering and sign logo height. But for the stores in between, I believe it's 12 inches. So let's take a look. Looking at her details down below, she's noting the KVDC guidelines from Chapter 3, Section 358. Yeah, but not the variance. Thank you. There's a corner lot on Queen Kaumano Highway in Palani for 74151. There's a tenant space next to KTA, 230 feet from the highway, from Palani. There's a sign, Barrio Burrito, elevation 14 feet. coinciding with the other signs. There's a sign next on the screen. So the letters are 11.72 inches, so that's consistent with the sign variance for Conoco Shopping Center. And it is illuminated. Yeah. Oh, that's all I have right there. And there's it's blue. I said aqua, but it's a color of blue, not aqua. And Pantone red, not black. And the area of the sign is 13.73 square feet. They're allowed to be 22 square feet. So it should be okay. Let's see those details again. Yeah, 13.73 square feet. Yes, that should be fine. If you are in the Kailua Village core, the overall square footage allowed for a sign is 12 square feet. That's right down there on Violet Drive. Okay. Any questions from the commissioners?
Sorry, so Roz, you said there is an existing sign variance for the,
Yes, there's multiple sign variances. The last one, it's sign variance number 14. And it allows for the stores in between when you're looking at the site plan. See the two anchor stores on the south and the north end, or the east and the west end. The stores in between these 10 spaces, they're allowed to have 12-inch tall letters and 22 square foot signs, as I recall. I looked at recently and and then the anchor stores are allowed much larger sign letterings, like 30-inch for the KTA and larger
yeah, so they're
for the old Pier
fine.
1. Yeah. So I believe they should be fine.
Anyone else have questions for Roz? Okay. Does the applicant have anything they'd like to present?
Hi. Yeah, so this one it is under 22 square feet, so it is 13.73 square feet, and it's under 12-inch tall letters for both. So the tallest, like Roz was saying, is 11.72 inches for the tallest lettering, and the smallest lettering is 7.28 inches tall. So sounds like it would be okay in that area, and that's what the client's wanting to propose.
Commissioners, does anyone have any questions for the applicant? All right, shall we move on to discussion then? If there's anything to discuss, I think we're all pretty clear. Anyone want to make a motion?
I motion we approve the submission as is.
Great.
Is that Commissioner
Anyone?
Kapua?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone want to second that?
I'll second.
Okay, Commissioner Greenwell seconding the motion. Okay.
Shall we vote?
Okay, so Commissioner Greenwell, second of the motion. Commissioner Hoyle,
Aye.
Commissioner Kapua, maker of the motion.
Aye.
Commissioner Kokuski,
Aye.
Commissioner
believe-
Young.
Aye.
Okay, it's unanimous with the commissioners present, and the motion was to approve as submitted. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Agenda item number 3. PL-KVD 2025-00061. The applicant, Rainey Castro, representing John Allen Sign Company, is requesting design review approval for 6 signs for Hampton Inn by Hilton as part of the rebranding of an existing hotel located on Lee Drive. The proposed signs will include the hotel name, Hampton Inn by Hilton, as well as directional signage reading exit only and enter only. Each sign will feature a maximum letter height of 9 inches and will measure up to 12 square feet. The signs will not be illuminated. The letters would be made of 1/4-inch thick, flat routed white aluminum and will be mounted on existing rock walls. Applicant is Rainey Castro of John Allen Sign Company. Landowner is 12th and A Hotel Partners LP. TMK is 7574. And location is 75-5747 Ali'i Drive, Kailua, Kona, Hawaii, 96740.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Let me just share my screen again. Okay, this is agenda item 3, Hampton Inn by Hilton for new signs. This is Resort Hotel Zoning District, 0.75, urban estate land use, and this parcel on the corner of Walleye and Lee Drive is 89,588 square feet. This is the proposal from Rainey Castro. She said we respectfully submit for your consideration the proposal for new signage by the Hampton Inn by Hilton, located on Lee Drive within the Kailua Village Design Core. So that makes the sign, just on a side note, that makes the sign smaller by section 358 C, or I'm not sure the section E. So the letters can be no taller than 9 inches and the area of the sign no larger than 12 square feet. So the proposed signs includes 6 non-illuminated signs as was stated in the agenda. And the directional signs don't usually need a sign permit, but we'll see how the building division will permit those. I think there was 3 of them. Let's see, there was exit, enter, oh, so 2 of them, exit and enter, so at least 4 other signs to review. Okay. There's the half circle view of the hotel in the corner there, and the location of the signs. They're all fixed to rock walls, existing rock walls. Here's a Hampton Inn by the Hilton. There's a letter height of 9 inches. Let me get my pointer. Where's my pointer? There's a letter height of 9 inches and a 3.18 with smaller letters. And they all are less than 12 square feet. There's the exit only sign on the rock wall down here on the bottom right, on the rock wall. All these chain link fencing will be gone once they finish their renovation of the hotel. We've done you've done the design review for the hotel renovation of last year. There's the rock wall signs for the Hampton Inn by Hilton. So it's the second Hampton Inn by Hilton sign. And there's the enter only sign on the rock wall. And there's a third Hampton Inn by Hilton sign on the rock wall. And there's a fourth Hampton Inn sign on the building side of the building. So 4 Hampton Inn signs and then 2 directional signs. And they're not illuminated. You can see by the side view, there's no power supply, no LED lights. Okay. Any questions on these signs?
Does anyone, or sorry, does the applicant have anything they'd like to present?
Hi, Roz did a great job. Yes, there's just two of the logo signs on the ground and sorry, three logo signs on the ground there and then one on the wall. And then the other two are just the enter only and exit only, and all being proposed to follow the guidelines for size in that area.
Great, thanks. Do any commissioners have any questions for Rainey?
Hey Rainey, I got one question. The signs that are mounted up high on the wall, is there any plan to like, are they gonna illuminate those? I see there's no illumination in the actual application, but are they gonna shine like a spotlight or something up there, you think?
Not that the client has told us.
Okay.
They haven't told us of any plans of lighting for that specific sign, no.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Any other questions for Rainey? All right, so let's move on to discussion. I'm in favor. Anyone else want to talk about it? All right, doesn't seem like it. Does
Yeah,
someone want to make a motion?
Yep, I've done my motion for the day.
Sure, I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, well, was there ready for the roll call vote?
Mm.
Okay, so, Commissioner Greenwell, second on the motion?
Aye.
Commissioner Hoyle, maker of the motion?
Aye.
Commissioner Kailua?
Aye.
Aye. Commissioner Kilkuski, chair?
Aye.
Commissioner Young?
Aye.
Okay, it's unanimous for those present. So motion approves. The motion is to approve as submitted. Approve the new signs as submitted. Thank you.
Okay, agenda item number 4, we have PL-KVD 2025 0006 or sorry 000062. Wayne DeLuz, representing Big Island Hyundai and Zoom Properties, is requesting design review approval for exterior alterations to expand the dealership showroom at the existing auto dealership located on Kuakini Highway. The existing ground sign in front of the dealership will remain in place, however, new inserts will be installed. These inserts are not included as part of this application. The proposed showroom expansion includes a 20-foot extension with the roof line designed to maintain the existing gable style. The exterior will be updated to match the new factory color scheme, which consists of gray and tan and brown tones. Existing landscaping areas will be replanted and irrigation lines will be repaired due to the installation of new EV chargers in front of the dealership. Applicant is Wayne DeLuz for Big Island Hyundai. Landowner is Zoom Properties. TMK is 75948 and location is 75-5793 Kuakini Highway, Kailua, Hawaii 96740.
Thank you, Chair. I've got the PowerPoint still up. So I've got agenda item number 4, Big Island Hyundai. TMK 75948. And this is in the, it's coming up here. I believe it's the Resort Hotel District. 1.25 urban state land use. And the size of the parcel is 75,520 square feet. There's the parcel up there in the top corner. Kuakini Highway. There's a parcel there. So excuse me, the new sign, which isn't part of the dealer, wasn't part of this application, is right there by the front driveway, and the building, if you can see this little pointer, the building in question, I believe, is this lower building that's being modified, is the showroom down here. Maybe Mr. DeLuz can confirm that with us. We'll see it on the site plan in a minute. There's the proposal from Mr. DeLuz says that the current front sign will not be replaced, only new inserts. He said the current signs comply compliant with dimensions and height based on Kailua Village design guidelines and county sign codes. The proposed change to the showroom areas to add 20-foot extension to the existing one, dropping down 4 feet to keep the front gable exposed and moving the front showroom glass to match the current appearance. Aside from matching the new factory color scheme, additional changes are the front fascia, which will only wrap around the front, and the new addition sides, and the left side changing the front entrance to the addition that does not face the roadway. In addition, the factory sign and fascia will follow the code requirements and not be illuminated. This information, this signs was not included in this application. And then about the landscaping, as I said, the agenda will be replanted once the irrigation lines get repaired. So there's a site plan. I took this from his previous application. He came before the Kailua Village Design Commission a few months back. I think that was in April, and they asked him to address the roof line because it looked flat the way they had done the addition. So I'm going to find the roof line in just a minute here. Where is it? Oh, I thought I had a picture of the roof line. What happened? Go back. Sorry. I have to go through all these to get back. I had a site plan with the, it's in your packet, but he showed us a site plan with the roof line in it, the elevations, and now I can't see it, but it showed how he kept the gable of the gable view of fixed structure of the roof by extending out. I don't know why it's not in here. I can't. Let's see if I can retrieve it from another one. Just a minute. Let's see if I can get the previous.
Roz, I'm looking at the
Are you?
the PDF. It's like 2 pictures on the last 2 pages.
Oh,
Meeting agenda items.
okay.
PDF. Yeah.
There's also an elevation sheet too, A6, but
Yeah.
it's right after it's like
For
the
some
third
reason
page of the packet.
For some reason, I didn't get it to my PowerPoint.
Roz, your PowerPoint is not showing, by the way.
Oh, it's not showing? Oh, it stopped. Okay. You see it now?
Not yet.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, that's not the right. That's not what I want. That's not what I want to show. Hold on. Well, for some reason, it's not in my PowerPoint. I checked it earlier and I thought I saw it, but he provided it in his packet. So it has a gable roof line. These are the colors for the exterior and materials for the interior of the showroom. I was gonna see if I could find it in another PowerPoint presentation real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see.
Roz, if you open up the packet, could you just share the third page of the packet?
Oh, yeah, but I closed that program. Let me try to open it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Sorry.
I have it open, Roz. If you want, I can just share my screen.
Oh, you want to do that because I've got to reopen that whole program.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let me unshare it and you can share it.
Let's share screen. Everybody see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the view from the side, I guess. It's from the street.
Yeah.
Lonnie, can you scroll up to the third page of the packet?
Yeah,
Because
you
that
want to see
shows elevations, but they don't seem to reflect what the images that you just showed.
Yeah, I think it's this one. right? But they don't show the gable, they don't show the existing building behind, they just show the new. Like there's supposed to be a, you're supposed to be able to see the roof behind this, the gable and of the
Yeah.
roof here,
Yeah,
but they just didn't include it, it looks like, in the. That,
So is that showing a gable? It's a little bit,
it's,
Oh.
yeah, it looks like it's a flat roof bump out. But they're saying
they dropped it so you can still see the gable. the
Yeah.
existing
oh, I
gable.
see what they're doing.
visually, you'll still get the impact of the gable roof behind. I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm not an architect, so. I'm not sure, man.
That's what it looks like to me. This is probably a good time to ask the applicant if he's anything he'd like to present.
Oh, hi, good afternoon. I'm Wayne DeLuz, and yeah, basically, trying to work it out with the factory where it's basically extending the showroom. The property is on a hill, so in front of the showroom actually drops low enough where if we extended the showroom straight out, the roof line would drop below the gable, and it's just basically moving our showroom front face forward and adding the fascia, the factory fascia to the design. I thought it was easier to kind of put more of an actual picture to it, but and it was less intrusive. Moving some of their design features is just what they call a gateway, but I put that facing sideways so that it would pretty much match what we have now on the front, where it's just glass. And the side gateway is basically just an extension of the gable coloring and um, not as intrusive as their last design. I did get them to drop the monument sign, which was not in compliance to the current code. So it was just adding 20 feet to the front, moving the showroom out, and basically trying to make it look the same with the exception of the color scheme that the factory wants and the fascia.
Commissioners, do you have any questions for the applicant? All right, I guess we'll move on to discussion. Anyone have any thoughts? Questions?
I mean, it looks way better than last time. We went through this to me. So Wayne, you're
Yeah.
saying this used to extend further out, right, to here, and there was like a gateway. I don't know if you can see what I'm.
Yeah, I
No,
can see it.
that I try to keep it within. It does extend out. You are correct to the left, but it's roughly about 8 feet.
Yeah.
But it would
Eight.
stay below the gate. We're still going to maintain right below the gable line, so it's really just with that flat roof and extend out about 8 feet to accommodate that gateway we have facing the side. I explained to them that it's not going to look very nice facing the road. Trying to make it less intrusive. Basically, it looks all very much the same with the exception of the fascia and the coloring, and the rest of the building will match the coloring, which is, I believe, compliant, all earth tone colors, and not having any really shiny finish to it other than the sign itself. But and those are 9-inch letters. They can custom make the sign to be compliant, but the rest of it is it's almost identical to what I have now. It's just that it comes 20 feet forward and drops down. As you can notice, the cars are like on a slope, so we would drop it down to level the showroom. So it would make it look less intrusive.
Okay, and just for clarification, like if you go, Pliny, can you go to the last picture? The next page.
I'm sorry, Chair, was that a question? Oh, you want a
Sorry.
reference?
Yeah. Whose screen am I looking at right now? Isn't it
Mine.
Polani's?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
mine.
okay.
I can give it
Yes.
back to Roz.
I mean, that's okay. I just wanted for clarification I think you said that the rest of the building is going to be painted to match this new addition. Wayne, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it would be the corporate, that kind of that chocolate brown with that beige finish. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
would be a little higher up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if the buildings were the same, that would
Yeah.
help visually from it like standing out from
Yeah.
the rest.
I explained to them that the coloring has to be an earth tone color, not, the factory is usually like bright blue or battleship gray or something, but the gray is actually on the interior side, not the exterior. But and they agreed to go with the earth tone colors, and it'll be a better match, less intrusive. And then, like I mentioned, the rest of the building would be painted the same color. I also got them not to extend the fascia going all the way down. I was trying to keep it very compact, so that it doesn't look like this massive building. I know it's hard to hide a building, but I think when we match the colors, it'll just look nicer and probably less. Wouldn't stand out as much as the tan. I think the brown would kind of more blend in better. I tried to get them to paint it all brown, but they wanted that lighter color by the glass in the front of the showroom. So, and
Okay,
we do
great.
not illuminate the showroom at night. We leave it dark. Yeah.
Yeah, my only other thought was, the last time this was proposed, there was discussion about the flat roof and how technically that's not allowed in KVDC. I mean, I don't have specific opinions about it. I think that the fact that it's downplayed and the colors tie in to the rest of the building goes a great way, especially with the what did you call that? The sort of entrance is on the side now instead of the front. But I don't know technically if it's still acceptable since it's a flat roof. Can staff members weigh in on that at all? On how hard that rule is about flat roofs?
It's really up to you as the commissioners to interpret and interpret the master plan and what is acceptable to you as commissioners in your recommendation.
Okay. I have the master plan up, and under roof lines, it says all new buildings should be designed so that a sloped roof line is the predominant appearance as opposed to flat roofs. Rooftop mechanical equipment shall be screened, see figure 4-4. So, yeah, and that just has a few diagrams.
Well, that sounds supportive.
Yeah, I think, the slope roof line is the predominant appearance. So, I mean, I think with the thick fascia, it's still gonna read pretty flat. I just don't know if that's a big deal. Does anyone else have thoughts about it?
I'd say I tend to agree, Elena. I think I'm pretty okay with it, especially if the colors of the entire facility are gonna be changed to match. I mean,
Yeah, I think that would stand out more than us, a
Yeah.
roof that looks kind of flat.
the thing
So
is, there's like the Rose Chong building that has that old school 1890s like fascia board on the top. It's like where Basil's Pizza used to be across from the Bulihe. I mean, there are instances where there's it's a sloped roof, but there's
Yeah, it's really
Big,
wide, really thick, yeah.
fascia with a logo on it, and that's, I mean, that's got to be one of the oldest buildings in the village. So
Yeah,
I think there's precedent,
yeah, I agree.
and I think the alternative would be to extend that entire building, which would be really expensive and really hard, and you know, to like stretch that gable all the way to the street. I don't think it would really change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you'd have to carry it straight across, and then your walls are a lot taller and so
Yeah.
on and so forth. And then the posts are a lot taller as well, which might be even more noticeable than they are now, so.
Yeah. So I'm generally in favor of this. I appreciate the fact that they revised and are
Yeah,
playing
same,
the game.
yeah. Okay.
Are the signs all in compliance now with the current?
This application does not include any of the signs.
Oh, okay, it's just so you're keeping the same signs which are already in place.
Yeah, just for reference, good question there. You know, right now which are a little more, oh, I'm sorry, blue inserts at this time, so it'll change to that brown color. So it's basically the same color, but changing it from blue to brown to also one, match the building, two was to make it less intrusive on the roadside. And there's no different in dimensions, no different in height. So I call it more the road sign. They call it a small monument sign, but it'll be, and it's in a rock wall formation currently. So, I still got to get their final approval, but that's what I recommended. That's why I didn't want to include it, but it will match the color, and the scheme. So, nothing will change other than just changing the inserts for the sign. So,
Okay.
And then also, I think last time there was some discussion about landscaping, but I don't quite remember the details. Has that been resolved here?
not yet. What we're gonna do is the water line came from the left side of the property, and to meet code with the EV units are actually right behind the front rock wall. So I have to reroute that line from when we expand the building, we'll move the water line closer so that I can put in the drip irrigation um, and be in compliant with the planting of the front, which and I have no problem if you make it a condition for the approval. We do plan to put it back in. It's just I couldn't mix the water with the electric. They wanted me to cut off the water line because of the high voltage for the EV lines, which are buried right behind the front wall in front of this building. There's a low 2 foot, not even a 2 foot, foot and a half rock wall. So what we'll do is we'll run it around the other way, coming off this building, but around the EV chargers and then across the front.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we tried to put some plants out there, but it does not survive without water. And so I apologize, but I wanted to make sure that and that can be a condition of the approval. I have no problem with that. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Are we ready to make a motion? Looks like it. I don't see anybody saying no.
I would move to approve the application with the condition that landscaping be added in per the original application, and on the condition that any signs herein or to be added later meet the sign code or variance is applied for.
Anyone want to second that?
I would second it.
Is there any further discussion on this motion? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so shall we go to voting? Roz?
There we go. Do you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. So the motion is approve as submitted with landscaping installed per original application for plan approval, and that signs proposed meet the sign code or variance as needed. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, let me just write this in here. Okay, Commissioner Greenwell, maker of the motion.
Aye.
Commissioner Hoyle,
Aye.
Commissioner Carapua,
Aye.
Commissioner Kelkuski, Chair,
Aye.
Commissioner Young, second of the
Aye.
motion. Aye, okay. Okay, motion passes with unanimous votes. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Wow. Okay, so next item of business is administrative matters. Are there any?
We don't have any administrative matters, just an announcement that I think Deanne will talk about the next meeting scheduled.
We have not had any applications for the September 2nd, so our next tentative meeting is for September 16th.
Okay, any further announcements?
Nope,
Any further business?
not to my knowledge.
All right, since there's no
Although
further
if-
business. sorry.
Although if anybody does know of any commissioners who would like to serve on the commission, please let them know to submit their applications or give us a call if they need to talk to us about the commission and any information. We would really like to have a full commission.
Yeah. Can you send me the application or a link to it or anything I can kind
I
of
will.
forward to anyone? Okay, thank
Yep.
you. Okay, if there's no further business, the meeting is adjourned. Time is 2:05 p.m.
Thank you much.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Yes.
Bye.